Hello and welcome back. In this video, we're going to create the users table for our Alpha Blog app. So first, in the last video, we're working on the test app. So exit out of the test app and then CD into the Alpha Blog app. Okay, and I have my blog app pulled up here. Now, one thing I'd like to discuss at this time is our master branch for Alpha Blog is in pretty good shape. We have articles working very well. So going forward, I want my master branch to always be deployable to production, okay? So any updates I make or any features I add going forward, I will add it to a feature branch so that if I mess up the branch, that's fine. I can simply drop the branch or basically work on fixing it. But my master branch, even while all that fixing is going on, will still be deployable to production, okay? So it's basically an added layer of safety, and this is how software development is done out there. All new features are built in feature branches. Think of when you're working in teams of multiple developers, and there is one application. Each developer will be working on their individual feature branch. And then when a feature is completed, that feature is merged to the master branch, okay? So to create a feature branch, type in git space checkout space -b space and then the name of the branch. So since we're going to create users table, so I'm going to name this branch create -users. Hit enter. Notice how I switched to a new branch, create users. And over here, you can easily tell you're in the create users branch, no longer in the master branch. Now, if I type in git branch, it shows me all of the branches that I have and has an asterisk next to the branch that I'm currently working on. Now, if I want to switch back to master branch, I can simply type in git checkout master. Now I'm back to master branch. Notice how the name changes. Now, if I want to switch back to my create users branch, git checkout create -users. Switch to branch create users. Okay. So let's create users table. First thing I'm going to do is create a migration. So Rails generate migration create _users. Okay, there's my migration file. Now I'll go to my DB folder, pull up the migration file, which is the latest one here. Okay, so there's my create table. Within the block, I'm going to say t.string and then :username and then t.string :email. Those are the two fields that I'm going to have. And then t.timestamps, so I get a created at and updated at column as well. Command S to save that. Now let's run our migration. Rake space db :migrate. All right, so it created my users table. Now let's go ahead and create the model. So over here, model. I already have my article model, so I'll right click over here, new file, user.rb, and pull up the model file, class user, subclass from active record : base, and save that. So we've created the model and we have the users table. So we have enough to test out the connection to our users table. So jump on the Rails console, user.all. Okay, now if I simply type in user with a caps U, there's my table. It's working. I have username, email, created at, updated at. Now let's create a user. User equals caps U, user.create, and then I'll give it username : Masroor, comma, email : masroor@example.com, close quote, close parentheses, hit enter. Okay, it worked. So I'm able to create users. Now let's grab our first user. User equals user.find with ID 1. Okay, so our user is Masroor. Now let's go ahead and update the email for our user. So I'll do something like this. User.email equals, and I'll set it to masroor1@example.com. Hit enter. If I type in user at this time, you'll see that the email is masroor1@example.com because this is my in-memory user object. But if I type in user.all, you'll see the one in the database still has masroor.example.com. So for this in-memory object to hit the database, I have to do user.save. Okay, now if I do user.all, there it is. My email has been updated. So the update is working. So let's go ahead and delete my user to ensure that destroy is working. So I'll do user equals user.find1 and then user.destroy. Hit enter. Delete from users. Now if I go user.all, I don't have any users. All right, great. So all of my CRUD actions are working for my user. Now I'm going to exit the console. So at this point, I'm ready to add my feature branch for create users back to my master branch. So what do I do? My first step would be to commit my changes. So git status. And these are the changes that I've made. I've modified the schema and I've created these two files, the migration file and a model file. So let's go ahead and commit our changes. So git add -a, git commit -m, create users table and model within quotes, hit enter. Okay, now my changes are committed, but they are committed to my create users feature branch. Okay. Now notice I have the model file here, user.rb, which is here. Okay, I'm going to close out of these two. Now I'm going to switch back to my master branch. So git checkout master. Notice how my user model file is gone because now I'm in my master branch. This branch does not have that model file. This branch does not have that migration file either. If I pull up this migration file, this was when we had updated our articles table. Okay, that is how git branch works. Till I merge the feature branch, which is called create users, to my master branch, the changes I made in create users will not be reflected in my master branch. So how do I merge my create users branch with my master branch? Simply do this. Git space merge space create -users. Hit enter. Now my changes are merged to my master branch. Now notice how my user RB model file is now reflected in my master branch and that migration file is here. Okay, so I'll close out of here. Now back here, since I've merged my feature branch to my master branch, I no longer need my feature branch, right? If I type in git branch, I see my create users feature branch. I no longer need this because I've merged the changes back in. So I can simply delete that branch. You do that by typing in git branch space -d. Now this can be small caps and then the name of the branch. So create -users. Now we can do small d over here because we merged the changes from create users back to our master branch. If we had not done that, this command would not have worked. Then we would have to use caps D over here. All right. So git branch -d create -users, hit enter, deleted branch. Now if I type in git branch, I just have master. Okay, perfect. Now if I type in git status, your branch is ahead of origin master by 1 commit, which is the latest commit. So I'll simply do git push to push my changes to my GitHub repository. Hit enter. Okay, perfect. Now in the next video, we'll add validations to our user model. See you there.